get you the email address for the ESO. Yeah,
Thank you, appreciate that.
because that's part of the issue too. Is it says I have full access, but I don't have full access, and they have teams of people that you send a ticket, a work ticket into them, and then they'll eventually get back to you, because this is a nationwide change. This is the first time they've ever done this, and so far they say it's rolling out really good, but it's
I've worked for software companies before. This will not be a pleasant process. Bless you.
yeah. There's going to be a lot more that I have to report on too. The system changes quite a bit. Whether people have smoke alarms, are they working, are they not working, all that stuff. So, yeah. Other than that, we had our fireman's dinner on Sunday. I believe, did you get your 10-year pin? Yeah, Andrew got his 10-year pin for
Congratulations.
Congratulations. Thank you. Aaron Walker got his tenure.
Oh, yeah. And our assistant chief got his 10-year, and I got my 10-year for Rural.
Congratulations.
Thank you.
All right. Thank you.
That's it.
Nate? Angie?
JB, I have some concerns I would like to share with council. So on Saturday, JB sent me a text message regarding the legality of a commercial building with alley access only. This would be 203 Broadway, which I do believe is Jeannie Steele's new building. I was concerned about the fact that there wouldn't be the required parking spaces that go along with a commercial facility. So I came over here today to inquire and was told that it had already been approved. So there's no setbacks that I'm aware of that were in compliance, and no parking spaces. And once the application was returned to this office, any communication was between the landowner and our zoning administrator, and nobody was included in this office. And so I'm curious, so does that mean that the landowner is going to be paying for those phone calls?
Isn't that weird? Isn't that
That's-
supposed to come before the council as a final decision?
No, you don't, no.
Okay.
I mean, I know that there were some legislative changes that I'm not 100% clear on at this point regarding Jeremy Fadness making decisions because he's our contracted zoning administrator. But there are city zoning ordinances in place that do have setback requirements and parking space requirements. And since I've been involved in the planning board, there's been several board of adjustments where folks who have had new businesses have had to come forward regarding parking space issues. And I'm just curious as to why all of a sudden this is passed and nobody really knows what's going on.
Okay,
Could I add to that a moment, Mayor?
certainly.
What led me to send the text to Angie was that when I heard about it, I realized that the commercial building having only access to the alley, there's literally no other road access to it. Alleys are not regularly maintained like streets, and I didn't understand, I still don't understand what the city's liability might be for ensuring that that street has safe access to the consumers that'll be using that address. I think in the city it will be the only location that would be facing entirely just an alley and not having any other access. And I had asked Angie whether or not she could recall any code requirements that did or did not address that issue. I'm trying not to get in Jeannie's way. I'd
Right.
love to see the property getting put
Correct.
to use.
I agree with that statement.
But it seemed a little odd to me that the building's turned around and facing an alley, and that seems weird.
Yeah, because one of my return comments to JB was, so what happens if the city crew is working in the alley or a utility provider is in that alley and they're blocking the entrance to that business? Does that create an issue for them, or how does that work?
Well, or a semi-truck that's unloading to bread and
Yes.
breakfast or fishtail or,
Correct, yeah.
I mean, that building is not going to have consistent access.
But I was just taken aback when I was told that any communication between Jeannie and Jeremy was between the two of them when it should have been funneled through here. Because we're the ones that have all of the.
Did they get a building permit?
As far as I'm aware.
Question.
Yes.
The sidewalk that runs along that building, Bread and Butter and Mossa Park and that property in question that goes back to the alley, is that a public sidewalk, an easement?
That's a good question.
I mean, there's apartment back there too, right?
Belongs to Bread and Butter, but yeah.
Yeah.
The apartment's wholly on Bread and Butter's property as part of their building.
And it comes right off the alley, the entrance to that apartment, right?
Right.
And there's one parking spot there for the
And-
apartment.
And there's a couple of, call them grandfathered apartments in the city that are behind commercial buildings on Broadway. But I couldn't tell you whether or not that sidewalk is on Bread and Butter's property or on the House of Park property, and that's going to affect the lease. Commercial access is a very different beast.
Sorry.
I happen to know that that sidewalk was addressed in the Massa Park development. I just don't remember the details, but, I still have the files.
Right, more historical research.
Yeah.
See, Lucky, you didn't even know you were gonna be ahead of the game when you were looking through all that there. Anyway, those are just some concerns that I had. I don't know the building plans, I haven't seen them in regarding the setback issue, but the parking spaces are, you can't be parking cars in the alley.
I guess one more question for me, Eric. When you had to fix the fence because it blew over recently, how much access do you have to have on the back side of that fence to fix and maintain that fence?
The interesting part of all of this is the property's gonna be surveyed. So when it's surveyed, it'll be interesting to see what the actual ground is that is in the park's lease. So I'm not trying to be a politician, but it's kind of interesting everything that's going to be involved with this. Because there's the pole back there is actually the city's power pole that supplies power to the sprinkler system. So there's a lot of interesting developments as this carries along.
Because that pole's on the back side of the fence.
It is.
Yeah, it is.
And the main hub of the sprinkler system is on the back side of the fence. So,
But on another note though, if it's developed, then that would help the distillery with the mouse and the snake problem that they talked about when they were in there last time.
That is true.
That is true.
Thank you for bringing us good news.
You're welcome. Always a bright side.
Let's see, rodent control, there it says setbacks and parking. Okay, thank you. JD?
Mayor, Peter and I, with Vivian's help, we met to review the proposed memorandum of understanding, mutual assistance agreement between the City Fire Department and the Rural Fire District. We are at this moment reviewing a set of items that we would wish to have included in that agreement. And once the three of us are done reviewing that, we believe we'll have a list prepared to put in front of council. Think we can do that by the next meeting? Okay. And I presume that once council approves that, it's just putting it in front of Ed to finalize the agreement to put in front of rural.
Okay. Vivian?
Yeah, I did attend that Trails Committee meeting. The meeting minutes are here if anybody wants to review it, and the email that I think you also got, Vic. Yeah, and like what they're looking for and stuff like that. And then I did also attend a WPIC meeting online. There was a lot of information there. Mostly stuck around for the exempt well part, which was 3 hours.
Gotta
But
love an interim legislative committee meeting, don't you?
yeah, but you know, they had some Idaho legislators on. There's a lot of information on their WPIC website with different slideshows and things that could help catch up. There's a bunch of tables and things as well. But there's got a lot of work to do. And unfortunately, for some people who've had their water well rights taken away that are in these subdivisions that, these families invested everything and then all of a sudden they were fine and all of a sudden they're yanked. They don't have a year or two to wait for them to figure out this whole exempt well thing. I mean, the NRC has offered some solutions that are probable for some, but for others, it's just very costly and difficult. But anyways, yeah, there's a lot there. So there is stuff if you want to look at it online.
Yes, those meetings are recorded and all of the handouts are also available through the links.
I couldn't find the meeting minutes or the record of that yet, so it might not be.
It takes a little while to
Yeah.
get it.
But the slides are there.
But see, that was last week, right?
Yeah.
And then that 3-day weekend, so.
Oh, yeah.
Okay, thank you. Peter?
Yeah, if, Carrie, if you and Vicki could stay after just for a minute so I can look at our schedules and get a just budget education / training meeting
Okay.
set with you guys.
Okay.
So I'd
All right.
appreciate that.
Good luck learning socks.
Okay. Vicki will explain that to you. Yes. Yes. Councilman Brown, what would you like to do now?
Wait.
Oh, yes,
No, we did that.
we did that. Yes,
Ignore
we
me.
did that.
What would you like to do?
Madam Mayor?
Yes.
I just have one question with the property being talked about that I've just found out about. For a fire standpoint, with the alley access on some places, if their only entrance is through that alley, our truck may or may not fit through there.
Gotcha.
And if with it not, and we've got to block, say, Main Street for fire suppression, that could cause an issue. Just food for thought.
Thank you. Appreciate that
Not a
observation.
problem.
Quick, Nate?
Motion to adjourn the meeting.
Second.
Moved and seconded to adjourn the meeting. Any discussion? All in favor, say aye.
Aye.
Opposed? That motion is carried, and thank you all very much for taking time out of your day to be here. Kevin, thank you for staying.
No problem. We live in town, so I figured I might as well stay.
Well, there you go. There you go.
Thanks for clearing off the backlog between the two of you.
Obviously, we saw the entire new backlog.
Oh, yeah.
Wrap the hire on the health address.
Oh, man. Is it with just the increased felonies? Or just you trying to handle civil and criminal at the same time?
Yeah. So,
Yeah.
We were here, but she said.
you know, saw the new Supreme Court justice needed to take.
You know, man,
Good. What now?
So,
Great news. Just, no, I didn't see that.
yeah, she, directed some against
Oh, wow.
Space.
It was actually fast because on Thanksgiving, but the Jews didn't break it up until like last week.
Wow.
So last week, some of the requests for the
Yeah.
Jenny said that
Yeah.
she
Public,